Hello to all investors. In today's video, we will do the top 30 investing, life, and success quotes from Mr. Ray Dalio. With all due respect and no further delay, let us begin. Investing. 1. To make money in the markets, you have to think independently and be humble. 2. The biggest mistake investors make is to believe that what happened in the recent past is likely to persist. They assume that something that was a good investment in the recent past is still a good investment. 3. Don't make the mistake of thinking those things that have gone up are better, rather than more expensive. 4. An economy is not a complicated thing, it just has a lot of moving parts. 5. The best way to structure a portfolio is to have the right kind of balance in your portfolio and some amount of gold. Gold serves a purpose. It is, first of all, a diversifier against other assets. You know, we have this risk on, risk off thing. 6. You have to be assertive and open-minded at the same time. This is true in the markets, this is true in almost everything. You have to learn from your mistakes to keep getting better. And it's through learning from those mistakes that you learn what reality is and how to deal with it, which is called principles. 7. It didn't take me long to lose money in the markets and learn about how difficult it is to be right and the costs of being wrong. The only way to reduce your wrongfulness in the market is to do extensive research on a particular company that you are interested in. 8. The consensus is often wrong, so I have to be an independent thinker. To make any money, you have to be right when they're wrong. 9. Don't bet too much on anything. Make 15 or more good, uncorrelated bets. 10. Currency devaluations are good for stocks, good for commodities, and good for gold. They are not good for bonds.
Please, if you like what you are seeing so far, may you kindly click that like button below, and kindly subscribe to our channel. This will really help us a lot. Without your love and support, we won't be able to make it. We truly owe it all to you. Thank you so much in advance.
Life. 11. The best advice I can give you is to ask yourself, what do you want? Then ask what is true, and then ask yourself what should be done about it. I believe that if you do this, you will move much faster towards what you want to get out of life than if you don't. 12. Principles are concepts that can be applied over and over again in similar circumstances, as distinct from narrow answers to specific questions. Every game has principles that successful players master to achieve winning results. So does life. Principles are ways of successfully dealing with the laws of nature or the laws of life. Those who understand more of them and understand them well know how to interact with the world more effectively than those who know fewer of them or know them less well. 13. Mistakes are the path to progress. 14. If you can stare hard at your problems, they almost always shrink or disappear, because you almost always find a better way of dealing with them than if you don't face them head on. The more difficult the problem, the more important it is that you stare at it and deal with it. 15. Life is like a game where you seek to overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of achieving your goals. You get better at this game through practice. The game consists of a series of choices that have consequences. You can't stop the problems and choices from coming at you, so it's better to learn how to deal with them. 16. Never say anything about a person you wouldn't say to them directly, and don't try people without accusing them to their face. Bad-mouthing people behind their back shows a serious lack of integrity and is counterproductive. It doesn't yield any beneficial change, and it subverts both the people you are bad-mouthing and the environment as a whole. 17. People who confuse what they wish were true with what is really true create distorted pictures of reality that make it impossible for them to make the best choices. 18. The greatest tragedy of mankind is people who have opinions that are wrong. 19. The more you think you know, the more closed-minded you'll be. 20. Experience creates internalization. A huge difference exists between memory-based book learning and hands-on, internalized learning. A medical student who has learned to perform an operation in his medical school class has not learned it in the same way as a doctor who has already conducted several operations. In the first case, the learning is stored in the conscious mind, and the medical student draws on his memory bank to remember what he has learned. In the second case, what the doctor has learned through hands-on experience is stored in the subconscious mind and pops up without his consciously recalling it from the memory bank. Just a friendly reminder, if you do well in life, please seek ways to pay it forward to others, especially the abandoned children of the world. Success. 21. Success is achieved by people who deeply understand reality and know how to use it to get what they want. The converse is also true. Idealists who are not well grounded in reality create problems, not progress. 22. Success comes from knowing what you don't know, more than coming from what you do know. Nobody has all that's needed to be successful. We need teams. 23. Don't worry about looking good, worry about achieving your goals. 24. When you think that it's too hard, remember that in the long run, doing the things that will make you successful is a lot easier than being unsuccessful. 25. More than anything else, what differentiates people who live up to their potential from those who don't is a willingness to look at themselves and others objectively. 26. I've learned that each mistake was probably a reflection of something that I was, or others were, doing wrong, so if I could figure out what that was, I could learn how to be more effective. 27. I believe that for the most part, achieving success, whatever that is for you, is mostly a matter of personal choice, and that, initially, making the right choices can be difficult. 28. There is an excellent correlation between giving society what it wants and making money, and almost no correlation between the desire to make money and how much money one makes. 29. If you're not failing, you're not pushing your limits, and if you're not pushing your limits, you're not maximizing your potential. 30. Successful people ask for the criticism of others and consider its merit. If anyone here would like to have access to free intrinsic value calculators, please visit our site at valuesnip.com for free intrinsic value calculators. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. We hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.